It doesn't say it's not healthy. It doesn't say it's not good to eat. It doesn't say it's not healthy. It doesn't say it's not good to eat. It doesn't say it's not healthy. It doesn't say it's not good to eat.
What's this right here?
That is the pork roast.
This is cut up pork roast. My world famous. Look at that ham right there. Y'all see that? Y'all see that there? Do y'all see that there?
Pig is an unclean animal. It is a scavenger that will eat almost anything it comes across. This includes not only bugs, insects and whatever leftover scraps they find laying around, but also their own feces, as well as the dead carcasses of sick animals, including their own young, thus consuming many kinds of toxins. Unlike other animals, the pig's body does not filter out toxins and stores them in its fatty tissues ready for human consumption. In developed nations, pork liver is the top food-based transmitter of hepatitis C, a virus that infects 20 million people each year and can lead to acute illness, enlarged liver, and sometimes liver failure and death. Pork meat is too much fattier and cholesterol high. There has been a long-term link with the roundworm and pork, causing trichinosis, which causes fever, pain, diarrhea and vomiting. Transmission of this parasite is through eating muscle tissue of undercooked infected pork. The parasite can live in the intestines of humans, passing through to other organs via the bloodstream, causing a host of conditions. Pigs carry many viruses and parasites with them. Whether by coming in direct contact with them through farms or by eating their meat, pigs are primary carriers of Neosolium tapeworm, hepatitis C virus, porcine reproductive and respiratory syndrome, Nipah virus, meningococcal virus, viruses in the family Paramyxoviridae. Each of these parasites and viruses can lead to serious health problems that can last for years to come. Pig farming is carried out in unhealthy and unhygienic conditions.
3 shocking facts that the pork industry doesn't want you to know. Shortly after birth, workers cut the piglets' sensitive teeth without anesthesia. This is so they don't bite each other due to the extreme stress and depression they feel on meat farms. For the same reason, the workers also cut off the piglets' tails without anesthesia. This is so that the overly stressed babies don't bite each other's tails off, causing injuries that may lead to death prior to slaughter. But the workers are not finished yet. Next, they rip off the testicles of all the male piglets without painkillers. This is so the piglets don't develop a certain odor that meat consumers are repulsed by.
Shalom, this is a test run, just to see where things are right now. So, stay tuned.
And
Raw?
Pepsi?
And a Pepsi, yeah.
And what's it gonna do?
It actually reveals if there's parasites in pork.
Parasites?
Yeah, you have to cook pork so carefully because of this issue.
And then what?
Keep an eye. Well, you can actually see right here, some little pops are coming up.
There are little things coming up.
Look, you can see them starting to crawl their way out.
This one's moving. Oh, gross! That's disgusting. I am never eating pork again.
Look at that ham right there. Y'all see that? Y'all see that there? Do y'all see that there? Look at that ham right there. Y'all see that? Y'all see that there? Do y'all see that there? Y'all see that? Y'all see that there? Do y'all see that there?
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Recha Ha Kodash, and double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to you other elders scattered abroad, you brethren, you fellow believers of this faith, even you few sisters and you supporters of the truth. Shalom as well. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the elect. I want to go back on another edition dealing with this senior Jake who has put snares and traps and stumbling blocks right in front of the children of Israel, and let me say trying to deceive the elect with his miracles and saying it's okay, if you want to call it that, it's okay to eat, because our people will look at this and they will say, well, if he can eat it, I can eat it, you know. I mean, he's what you call a false shepherd who is leading a flock astray. Now, and I put the intros in there, and I'll go into some other articles or whatever, just to show you that the reason why the Lord told us, let me go to Deuteronomy real quick. There's a reason why the Lord told us this. And I don't think people actually read and quite understand why he said what he said. Deuteronomy 14:8. And the swine, because it divideth the hoof, right? Cheweth, and yet cheweth not the cud, right? It is unclean unto you, right? And, you know, you can see here where it says it does divide the hoof, but yet it cheweth not the cud. And it is unclean to you, right? Ye should not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass. Now, you have what you call science today that proves that, you know, the digestion window of a pig, and I went into this a little while ago, but the digestion window of a pig is not very long. I know it's half of ours. 4 to 12 hours or something like that. I'm not sure. I didn't go into all that. Which means it stores all the poison. And this animal eats his own dung. You know, why would you want to eat something like that? Now, when you don't know, you don't know. And I also want to say that, yeah, we can, you know, a lot of us are sick, you know, because of the poisons and what they use according to the swine and other products. But damn, man, you really want to add sin to sin? You're going to purposely say, you know what? I'm going to eat it, right? This pig doesn't digest the food the correct way, but it does for itself. You know, this animal does do what it does for itself. The purpose of this animal is to eat the way it eats, to digest the way it digests. So when you talk about foods, for us, those would be foods for the Israelites, right? We're not to practice after the heathens. Now, to further go into that, we're going to drop down to Deuteronomy 14:21. It says, ye shall not eat anything that dieth of itself. Thou shalt give it unto the stranger that is in thy gates, that he may eat it, or thou mayest sell it unto an alien, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. Thou shalt not seethe a kid in his milk, mother's milk, which I went into that as well. So at the end of the day, you know, the things that the heathens do, we're not supposed to do. And this is another thing I noticed. Telling Jake to not eat pork is like telling myself not to put on tennis shoes and go take a jog, right? Because if you tell me it's bad for me, right, or it's bad for me to eat with a spoon, so to speak, things that I'm comfortable with and I'm used to and I feel is healthy for me, then it becomes a problem. And this is the thing with pork, and this is why you'll tell your family, don't eat it. They will stop it, but you got to remember it's almost, and they will stop it and they'll start back. But you got to remember it's almost like telling them not to sleep, telling you not to sleep with a pillow under your head, you know? Somebody tell you it's unhealthy to sleep with pillows. Well, you're not probably going to change that, you know? But our people, even though the research is there, the information is there, our people still won't do it. And you know what the majority of people say? Let's go here. I didn't want to go to all those comments. For example, the cockroach, right? They've done studies. This is Edom, man. The lab analysts in 1997 show cockroach milk is incredibly nutritious, providing plenty of carbs, fat, vitamins, minerals, protein, and all non-essential amino acids. Now, if you know anything about amino acids, it's the protein building block that makes up a part of your body and how you survive, right? And how we live. The thing with the earth, the sun has given us vitamin D, which is a hormone. And this is why the pig is loaded with vitamin D. But that vitamin D, all the things from the left-hand side, the right-hand side to the left-hand side, is all have a nutritional value, well, for what it needs, for the way it operates. For instance, the sun gives the pig vitamin D. You can eat pig and get vitamin D, but guess what you're going to get? You're going to get all kinds of parasites or possibly other things. And maybe some people eat it and it don't happen. But the fact is, the risk is there that you take that and you eat it, and there's no nutritional value as far as you consuming it because of the poison that it ingests. So you may get some nutrition in eating an unclean food, so to speak, the way they process it. It still doesn't make it healthy because let's go to amino acids, because these things are set up for every living creature needs a form of amino acids and proteins to survive. Even in unclean foods, right? The mice, the rats, they all have a form of nutritional value for themselves. It's not for you. Amino acids are organic compounds that combine both amino and carboxylic, all right, acid functional groups. Although this also, amino acids is a building block which also help you build muscle, right? Although over 500 amino acids exist in nature, by far the most important are the 22 amino acids incorporated into proteins. Only these 22 appear in the genetic code of all life, right? So understanding that the Most High created everything, and everything lives off some form of protein or some type of nutritional value, right? Obviously, the pig has lungs, it has eyes, it has mouth, it has all these things, it has DNA, right? They even use DNA when they experiment with medicines because of, or when it comes to humans or like rats and whatever else. Right, because they're still a living organism. But it doesn't mean that it's right for you to eat, right? There's no true nutritional value. In fact, why not eat the things that's lawful, the things that has pure nutrition in it, that way you don't have to worry about that, Let's go to Revelation 2:14. It says, "But I have few things against thee, because thou hast them that hold the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel, to eat things sacrificed unto idols, and to commit fornication." Right? Now, when Paul was in the shambles and you had our food sacrificed, you can even have clean foods, because that's what they did, sacrificed unto idols. But when you go here and you go into situations as Antiochus and even Edom today, what they cast that pork on us. Even in slavery, they cast that pork on us, and our people subscribe. They set up leaders like this guy to subscribe them the idea of us eating this garbage, right? It's pure garbage. And this proves that this man is not following the first commandment, nor is he following the second commandment, right? Nor is he following most of the commandments, because if you're not following the first commandment, you're pretty much out of there. Now there's mercy, but this man is willfully. Let's go to Matthew 5, right? Let's go to Matthew 5. I want to get that. That just came to my thoughts, right? Matthew 5, right? And let's go to 17. "Think not that I come to destroy the law of the prophets. I come not to destroy, but to fulfill." And the Christians will say, well, that's why you can eat anything. Although we never seen the Lord feed the multitude with pigs, swine flesh, or eagles, or any unclean bird, or various other flying rodents or whatever, squirrels, rats, mice. He didn't do that. He still fed the multitude with a clean animal. He didn't put crabs out there. Clearly it could have been fish and crabs and oysters, right? Well, why didn't he do that? Lobsters? Nope, none of that stuff. Because he knew that was created for cleanup, right? It says, "For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass one jot or one tittle, shall no wise pass from the law till all be fulfilled." So this is why these guys will say we're in the new covenant, or they'll change things, or He fulfilled the law, right? Even though he says, I will not drink the fruit of the vine until I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom, which fulfilled actually means to finish, right? I mean, it goes on and on with these doctrines. It says, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments. But here's the key, and shall teach men so, shall be counted least in the kingdom of heaven. So, and it says, but whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So we're supposed to teach, right? We're supposed to teach, number one, to love the Lord with all your heart, might and soul and strength, and to love your neighbor. And part of that is we're supposed to teach not to eat the pork. That wasn't done away with. That wasn't forced on you to eat, right? They're not even forcing it on you to eat. Psychologically, yeah, but they're not even forcing that on you. You're going up, you have other options. You have beef, you have, whatever you're into. You have chicken, you have other things that you can eat, which I don't even eat the beef like that anymore. But you still have other options to eat. You can have steak. No wonder they made the pork so cheap, make it easy, accessible, cheap, and then they put it in the commercials, good vitamins. But then the doctors and the gastric doctors, they're saying people are loaded with worms because of the pork. You really think they're going to cook that food thoroughly, man? Some of those worms survive that. You would have to burn that damn near to kill all those parasites. Some can withstand extreme heat and extreme cold. That's why guess what? That's why the parasites are there. Parasites were created for a reason too. When you go down to the bottom of the ocean and they find a dead animal, you know what hits it first? The crabs, shrimps, and lobster, not so much in that order. Then when they don't get it, the parasites and the other form of bacteria is there to help clean it up when the crabs can't. And the lobsters can't. And the shrimp. These people are totally out of order, man. Anyway, that's all I have on that. Shalom.